Welcome back to another episode of Julie Laughton Podcast. Today we're going to talk about curb appeal. This is what your house looks like when you drive up or someone drives by, and how to maximize how it looks, from the yard to the exterior, and do you need a facelift? So we're going to talk about all that.
Welcome to the Julie Laughton Living Podcast, the place to get advice, tips, and tricks to building the life and luxury home of your dreams with 30-year business owner, designer, and builder, Julie Laughton. It all starts with a good plan. This is Julie Laughton Living.
Okay, so curb appeal is really important because I don't want to drive up and look at something boring and ugly. So, nobody does. So curb appeal is a big deal. So maybe you bought this house and it was something built in the 50s, 60s, and it's bland. There's so many ways to update the exterior and give it a little facelift, makeover. And then, of course, you got to work on the yard too. And then the last thing sometimes is the driveway. But doing a curb appeal, it's just the front of the house and maybe go back 5 feet. But the front of the house, the front door, the paint colors, hey, change the roof line over the front door. There's things you can do, just simple things. And that also involves landscaping. So it's amazing what you can do with just a little effort on curb appeal. And so regardless if you plan on living there forever or selling it, it makes it more enjoyable for you to drive up every day. And then you're proud of it. And then, of course, it increases your value. People notice it. So it uplifts the neighborhood. Okay, the most impactful way to improve the home's exterior, whether you're on a budget or you have, endless funds, is really just cleaning up the yard. Let's say there's old trees, old bushes. Have they been trimmed properly? Take an old tree and just trim it right. It's amazing what it looks like. Plant new flowers. Take out the old bushes, because a lot of yards, believe it or not, have old growth, like old bushes. They're already half dead because they're just been there too long. Put in new ones. And then if you notice old homes, the grass is like 6 inches higher than the sidewalk because of all the fertilizer and whatnot. Redo the sod, or better yet, put AstroTurf. So there's a million things you can do that are quite simple, but it really involves a little attention to detail and refreshing, and then doing things that are water efficient. Put in succulents, get out the bushes, no more gardener, put in succulents, things like that. So every outdoor space I do, other than the front yard, because that's curb appeal. When outdoor spaces, I'm talking outdoor living. So outdoor spaces means the back of the house, when you walk out, the family room or the kitchen, that is part of your living space. So what we usually do is put a patio cover up, which is waterproof so you don't get rained on. Then, of course, we put in can lights, ceiling fans, speakers, so you feel like you're indoors when you're outdoors. Then whether you have a pool or a spa or a sauna or a gym, all those other elements around that outdoor space are other parts of enjoying your yard, but the outdoor space is always better if it's the same color floor as the inside floor, so it's continuation visually. Then it has a cover on it, so you feel like you're indoors when you're outdoors. That's my best tip for outdoor spaces. And of course, to get to that outdoor space, you got to put in the large sliding doors, because when you do your outdoor space, you're usually improving the back of the house by doing this beautiful space. In order to get there, you want to open up the entire back of your house. So that's all part of it. The low maintenance thing about landscape, I kind of touched on it earlier. So the easiest way to do low maintenance landscape is take out all the bushes and the things the gardener needs to mow and trim, and put in succulents and AstroTurf, or better yet, put in succulents and a rock or gravel garden. It's beautiful. That's low maintenance. So that's my tip on that. Okay, so sometimes I tailor the backyard outdoor space to the client's lifestyle. And my favorite one is, of course, people that are into surfing or the beach. You get the tiki bar, you got the surfboards hanging on the wall, the whole beach Hawaiian theme. The surfing theme is the easiest. And then, or basically tropical theme. But, like you're living in Hawaii, the big doors, the tropical plants, and then the accessories. I've had people with totem poles in their backyard. It's cool. There's a whole theme going on with that. So along with the theme comes surfboard storage, like for real. They're hanging the actual surfboards they're using on the fence. And then maybe they have bikes. So we have bike storage, or maybe just bike racks, depending on what kind of bikes they are. But we incorporate all the theme and the fitness and whatever goes along with the surfing theme or the biking theme. It's all there, and it's all part of the design. So the biggest tip about making the indoors and the outdoor seamless is, I kind of touched on it earlier, is open up the back wall. So the entire back wall of your house, even if it's staggered or not, get the doors on it or level out the back of the house to one big 25, 30-foot slider. Oh my God, that's the best thing. And then that width of that slider is the width of the house. And then that's the width of the back patio. That's the ultimate. I mean, almost every job I've ever done, that's what we've done. So it depends on whether the house is staggered or not. We still put in the doors. So I can tell you I do it on every job. Thank you for joining me on this podcast talking about curb appeal and outdoor living. Don't forget to check out my website and my 7 simple steps, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Julie Laughton Living. For more information or to connect with Julie one-on-one, visit julielaughtonliving.com. And don't forget, it all starts with a good plan.